If you could change anything about that series against the Bulls in the finals, what would you change strategy-wise?
Well, we had a 6-point lead, and we ran 3 plays for me, and I had to pass the ball 3 straight times. I lay around sometime and think like, man, I should have went through that double team. It's not a good basketball play. It's not a smart basketball play, but they made me pass the ball 3 times in a row, and we didn't score. And they scored 7 straight points to beat us by 1. Sometimes when I'm in my private moments, I'm like, it's so funny you asked me that question. I was like, okay, because Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen are the 2 best defenders. When they double you, there's no space because they're both lean and athletic. It's hard to find actually a passing angle out of that double team. But sometimes when I'm in a room by myself, I think like, well, maybe if I had did this, but it's like I say, it's not a smart basketball play to try to go against a double team, especially those 2 guys. But that's the only thing I think about at times, Dan. Great question.
And then don't leave John Paxson open.
Well, okay, so it's interesting on the play because I had been studying because I knew we were going to play the Bulls in the finals. The year I got traded to Phoenix, I told Cotton Fitzsimmons, I says, hey, we're going to play the Bulls in the finals. And I've been studying tape on them all year. So the play, because people said Charles went for that steal. I went for the steal because I know nobody else on that team. There's only 2 guys on the team had the courage to shoot the ball. That was MJ and Paxson. Because you go back and look at the play, Scottie actually had a layup, and Horace Grant had a layup, but they didn't want to shoot the ball. So the play was going to be, in my mind, I saw him run it. They were going to throw it to Scottie, and they were going to have Michael coming at us full speed. So I jumped the play. Because I said, Scottie's not going to shoot it. Nobody's going to shoot it. So I feel like I had time to get back into play. But Scottie gave it to Horace. He passed it. He could have took it to the basket. We would have tied it up. Horace had a layup. It would have tied it up. And I said, okay. But I went to jump Michael because Michael was going to get it. It was going to be a handoff. So I jumped the play. And listen, Danny shouldn't have left Paxson because if they had scored a 2, it would have still been a tie game. But hey, it is what it is, brother. But I had scouted that play for 6 months.
That's, just the detail is pretty amazing.
Well, I used to always look at the tape. And so when I got traded, I said, we're going to play the Bulls in the finals. And I said, I cannot. I said, we're going to play them. And I was very confident against them, very confident. Because I know they couldn't match up with me. We couldn't match up with Michael. And I think the guy who played great that series, who never get better, was Scott Williams. He's the guy who really, in my opinion, had a huge effect in that series. But it still came down to Michael against me, and I didn't. The only game I didn't play. I didn't play good in one, but the rest of the series I played good. But I just couldn't make enough plays for us to win.